Good evening. Hello, everyone. A warm good evening and a welcome to the resource person, all the participants, and the advisors team of ThickNess Learning Community. We, ThickNess Learning Community, are happy to have you here for the international webinar on ethical hacking and cybersecurity. We, ThickNess Learning Community, is a new online startup zeroing in on sharing the knowledge through collaborative studies by organizing the expertise and professional talk, inspiring and motivating young minds towards entrepreneurial leadership vision through various programs, accelerating women empowerment that comes to scale up the quality of their life. Our upcoming webinars are PCB designing, mathematical black holes, turning your idea into a product, along with many more, and certified courses like entrepreneurship, 5G technologies, ethical hacking, etc. And now, I would like to introduce our young and dynamic research person, Mr. Sankarraj Subramanian. Mr. Sankarraj Subramanian is a renowned international speaker, cybersecurity consultant, and certified ethical hacker (CEH) with 15 years of experience in cybersecurity field. He has delivered international sessions in 45 countries and is also involved in solving critical cybercrime issues for various government law enforcement agencies, including ATM frauds, malware analysis, network forensics, web security architecture, and assisting government law enforcement officers in helping to solve cybercrimes or find forensic evidence on other kind of cybercrime. With this note, I would like to welcome our resource person, Mr. Sankarraj Subramanian. Welcome, sir. And
Hi,
once again, I would like to welcome all the members of Thickness Learning community for a great evening with Mr. Sankarraj Subramanian on ethical hacking and cybersecurity. Get ready to be hacked. Over to the resource person.
okay. Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Sankarraj Subramanian. I'm a certified ethical hacker and founder and CEO of Prompt Infotech. So, as Hrithik told, yes, I have 15 years of experience in this field. I've been working closely with government agencies. I've been working with corporates in providing security solutions to them, and a lot of other things. So without wasting time, we'll move on to today's session. It's about cyber security and ethical hacking. So we'll first start with like where it all started about ethical hacking. Why is the need for ethical hackers, or why do we need security professionals? And as you all know, it's a world full of internet. It's full of internet and internet connected devices. So probably the internet users have increased a lot in the recent decade. So yes, along with that, the type of attacks, internet based attacks, have also increased, which have led to a lot of cyber crimes which can target individuals, this yes, which can target corporates, and a lot of other things which aims at getting, or looting all your money or information or any sort of sensitive thing which you have protected over internet. So we'll see something about the attack patterns. What can be the attack pattern which is followed by like hackers or the bad guys? How do they operate? What strategies do they follow, and how to safeguard ourselves from these type of attacks? So when it comes to attack patterns, yes, probably there can be two types of attack patterns which can happen. One is without using any softwares, an attacker who is not aware, who is aware of softwares, but still he keeps it to the very minimum level, and he doesn't use any softwares. You can call script kiddies, you can any beginners to this field. So without using any softwares, if you ask me, can any attack can be done, or can a maximum damage can be caused to a network infrastructure or to a particular individual? The answer is yes, that can be done. The second part is with softwares. With softwares, yes, it can be a paid software, it can be a free software, whatever is available in internet. So let's start with without softwares. So without softwares, what is the first thing which comes to our mind is this: without using any softwares means I'm literally going to use internet. We will be just using a normal operating system which doesn't have any specific tools for attacking, and I have a internet in my device connected. So if I have a basic setup like this, which most of us would have, a laptop which runs in Windows 10 or which runs in Linux, with internet which is a broadband or internet shared from your hotspot, right? So it is just a device connected with the internet. So in that case, probably you can try a lot of things with attacks with Google. Google is one of the largest database here, which is used for searching. Yes, Google can be used for a good purpose. It can be used for a bad purpose. It's like a Swiss Army knife, which can be used for any purpose here. So yes, you have your computer here, which is indirectly connected with a server, and this server is Google here. Okay, give me 1 minute. Let me close this and open. Yep. So we have our computer here, which is connected with the internet. So you have Google server here. Yes. So, and to interact with the biggest database here, you ask Google anything, it is going to give you answers. And what is the one option which you have got to interact with the biggest server here? You only have one search box here. So whatever you give as an input here, right? You wanted to search something, you wanted to try to speak to Google. What is the first thing which you will do? You're going to type something in this search box, and you'll always have to understand it is not a person who is sitting on the other end of you. It is a computer. It is a database. It's a database, and yes, it is programmed to understand what we speak. You try to speak something, you have something in your mind, and you bring it as words, and you type this in Google search, and probably this database tries its level best, right? It is going to try its level best to understand what your query is, and it is going to give you answers. Meanwhile, Google as a search engine, it is also going to understand, it will try to understand what type of person you are, what is your age, what is your location, and what is your interest, what do you like the most, do you like shoes, do you like shirts, are you interested in electronics, a lot of things. It is going to grab a lot of things here. That is called user profiling. We'll come to that later, about how Google understands this and how Google makes money out of user profiling, how your data is being sold out to bigger corporates and to target their products. Their products keep on following you all over the internet, and how does that happen? Fine. Before that, let's speak about something which you give as an input here in this search box. So probably when you want to interact, when you want to type something, say let me go to Google here. Google. Yes, and you wanted to ask something, which is the best hotel in the world, right? You're typing something here, right? Which is the best hotel in the world? And yes, for the most commonly used keywords, Google will be able to interpret like what you have asked. Say this has a keywords like best hotel, and it has a keyword called world. So it is probably going to understand that as a user, I'm looking for the best hotel in the world, right? Say, in case you want to download something, you wanted to download a specific document which is related to hacking. You are interested with hacking, and when you're interested with any particular domain, what is the first thing which you do is download all the PDF documents, download all the ebooks, and download all the videos from internet and keep it segregated under folder. So imagine you are interested with hacking, and you wanted some PDF documents to be downloaded which is related to hacking. So what is that you do? You type hacking PDF document, and there is one universal keyword without which Google search is never complete, that is free, right? When you type free, then Google obviously knows that you're asking something for download, because you can't ask Google free of cost anything else. So it's free download. And when you type this, you expect Google to understand what you're looking for. So totally, you have given 5 keywords here, which is hacking, PDF, document, free, and download. And you expect Google to understand what you're looking for. Yes, sometimes Google can understand what you're looking for, but not always. Google is not a friend. This is not a friend who is sitting next to you. You type literally a longer sentence like this, and you expect Google to give you right answers. Yes, probably sometime it is going to give, but for most of the time, Google results can be classified into two different variants. Google results, one is based on the relevant results, what you are looking for. The other one is the exact result. Fine, exact results. When do you get exact results? When Google has understood what you're looking for, it has understood all the keywords, it is going to give you exact results. When Google doesn't understand what you have typed here, it doesn't understand what you have typed, it is a bit confused, but still it doesn't want to disappoint you. So it is going to give you some results which can be relevant to the keywords what you have used for search. So that is relevant results, and most probably we don't want these type of results. We want accurate results. So in case you wanted to go for accurate results, well, like go for exact results and get exactly what you're looking for, then probably we should be going for using specific keywords which is called Google Docs, which is a very basic. Google Docs, this is a set of keywords with which you can access Google to get exact results. It is like speaking a language which is known by Google. It is something similar to that, right? You are speaking, you're not speaking gibberish, you are speaking something which Google can understand, and it is very happy to give you the exact results. So in case if I'm looking for hacking PDF documents which is free for download, I might give something like this. I'll give file type is PDF because I need only PDF documents, and I'll say in text is hacking, right? So I have two criteria here. I have file type and I have in text. So what is the file type I'm looking for? I'm saying Google, I'm looking only for PDF documents. Don't give me Excel sheets. Don't give me documents. Don't give me any other thing. I'm interested only with PDF. So Google, in the output, Google is going to give you only PDF documents. Perfect. And in text, inside this PDF document, I want the keyword. I want the word called hacking to be more. So now, in case if I get a lot of results here, if I get the first PDF document in the Google search results, if I get a lot of PDF documents, and the first result what I get here will have more number of keywords called hacking. Say for example, inside this PDF document, I might have 800 keywords, and here I might have 650. Here I might have 500, and here I might have 300. So Google is looking for the most number of keywords which is present inside that PDF document, and it is going to give you the exact results. So Google Docs is not a bad thing. It, you can use Google Docs for something, for something which you have searched in Google and you didn't get the results. Google Docs, which is a set of keywords, can help you with that. But attackers, hackers can use this Google Docs for a variety of different purpose here. Right? They can use Google Docs something like this. Say, for example, in case if I want to find out the admin login pages of all the websites in India, I'm looking for a login page. Yes, and we obviously know every website, most of the websites, they might have a login page here, which will have username and password. Perfect. And I'm looking for all the websites from India. I'm not looking for any other country here. I'm looking only for India, which have of all the websites which have username password, and this username password page should be admin's username password. I don't want a regular user's username and password, right? In this case, if you use your English vocabulary here to search Google, you might end up like something like this. Give me the list of all websites in India which have admin username and password, right? You might end up typing something like this, for which Google is never going to understand what you're looking for, but still Google gives you some results. That is going to be relevant results. In case if I'm going to type this, I'll type in URL, I'll type admin, I'll give in URL login, and I'll give site IN. It's India. In URL, this particular field is here. So I'm looking for a keyword called admin in the URL. You should probably be knowing what type of logins you can be using. I'll go for a site called XYZ. If it is XYZ, I might have a login page, something like this, login.php. Yes, or login.html. In case if it is the admin's page, I might have keywords which can be like this, admin slash login.php. Okay, something like this. Yes. So I'm looking for a keyword called admin, which is in the URL. I'm looking for a keyword called login, which is in the URL. And I'm going for Indian sites, so it is IN. In case if I'm looking for Pakistan websites, I might give something like this site PK. So I'll get all Pakistan websites. So we take Pakistan, enter. See here, so it's admin login page from Pakistan.pk, admin login page from Pakistan, admin login page from Pakistan. So Google Docs, in case if you are aware, in case if you know how to use Google Docs, it can be used for a good purpose professionally, and attackers can also use it for grabbing some details, which is not like this. Attackers can grab details like this. Okay, let me search for index of, which is a very basic keyword here. I'm searching for index of, enter, right? Index of, enter, and you might get the index page of websites. See here, I get index of downloads, index of this, index of documents. I get a lot of things here. Yes, see, this is an index page. When I try to access a website, I should be getting the proper website, and I shouldn't be able to access the internal documents like this. Okay, we'll leave this no, right? We'll give something. We'll give backup. I'm looking for all the backup folders of the websites. So when you try something like this, can close this. So this is the index backup. It is educational platform here, elearning.oled. Fine, and this is RV Engineering College. I hope RV Engineering College is a college here in Tamil Nadu. Let me enter this. RV Engineering College. We'll go for contactors and contactors. Yes, probably it is a college from Chennai, which has their backup files which is being stored, and yes, we are able to access this, and these are very recent files. Perfect. And here again you have, for this particular site, you have a lot of things. Why does this happen? This happens because you have a server, you have configured a server. Perfect. And someone is trying to access your server for a good purpose, for just working with your site. He just wants to see how your site looks, and your site looks perfectly fine. The design, you have designed it very well. But in case if the server here is not configured properly, if you have any misconfiguration in the server, what he can do as an attacker here, he should be stopped here only accessing the public information which is available in your server. But what he does, he goes deep into your server, and he is able to get all your sensitive information. This you can call it as directories. You can say it is another name for folders. So he is able to access all your sensitive directories like this. Yes, and the information which is present here should be accessible by anyone who is working for this particular company internally. He should be able to access all these directories. But this person here trying to access all these directories, and the worst part is he is not using any softwares. Without using any softwares, he just gave us a small query in Google, and Google was able to get all the details. Google was able to crawl all the details from your website. Then you should think about improving the security of your website, the configuration which is involved. Yes, and you have so many keywords like this. You can go on with keywords like this. Let me go for this. I'll go for file type inc. So I'm looking for a configuration file. So I'm typing file type inc, and I'll say my SQL underscore connect. So I'm looking for SQL server's username and password. My SQL connect is the connection string or the connection username and password, which you will be giving it to a SQL server, and this can be present in a configuration file like this. So when I give something like this, enter, and you get a lot of websites here which can shut out a lot of information, which can be sensitive. Okay, I've opened a lot here. this particular site, tech.com, they have their host, they have their database, username and password. And here, we'll see they have username and password, host, path. Nope, they don't have for this. And the privacy error, perfect. We'll go inside, we'll check if they have usernames and password. Let me say Control F, pass. Nope, nope. Okay, they don't have. Not this, privacy, advanced. Okay, login. Yes, for this website, they have a host name, username, and password. Fine. So grabbing a username and password in case if it is stored in your server and if your server is not configured properly, just by giving a basic Google Doc like this, it can do wonders and it can give you a lot of information out there. Now, also when you're using Google, you need to be careful with what permissions you have given to Google. Say, for example, you should be bothered about when you're concerned about Google and Gmail. You should be concerned about my activity, which is going to record all your activities in internet. It is not my activity here. It is not your activity in your mobile. It is not the activity in your desktop. It can be a collective activity which can be stored under a common username, which is your Gmail username. So this Gmail is going to record everything here. He is going to record all the logs of which websites you have visited, what websites you have visited, what apps have you opened in your mobile and in what time, how many times did you open. So you might have a record like this. You have opened WhatsApp today like 10 times, and at what time? 1, 2, 3, 4. What time did you open? You can have this. Or when it comes to web, it can say you have visited YouTube and you have watched this particular video, or it can say you have been to this website. Or in case if you have accessed your messages, if you have sent received any message, it might tell you have opened messages at this particular time. So it is going to record all your activity. This you call it as internet activity. In case if this internet activity is being monitored by Google, I mean like monitored by Gmail, and if you're not aware of this, that Gmail is doing something like this, a tracking kind of thing, then probably you might end up in trouble at some point of time, because I'm not speaking about a month's data here, not a year's data, but it is a data which is segregated when you have used a particular Gmail to log in to your mobile, right? It can be 3 to 5 years of data, or it can be like 6, 7 years of data based on how long you are using this Gmail. So you have a lot of things here which you need to concern, and you, in case you wanted to check this, you will have to go to my activity, and there is an option to pass all these details. The worst part is, yes, Google and Gmail, they can also record your, I mean, like they can listen to what you're speaking, and based on that, they can they can send you product ads and relevant websites. They can do a lot of things. Fine. Speak something about dinosaurs. Fine. Imagine you're not interested with dinosaurs, but just for testing, when you have your mobile here, when you access Facebook, or when you go for Google Chrome, when you're browsing something, just speak like 5 to 10 minutes. You speak about dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs, or excellent creatures, something like this. Probably do this for 1 week of time, or even before that. You will have dinosaur ads, dinosaur toys, dinosaur this, dinosaur books, a lot of ads which is related to dinosaurs. How does this work? It is based on, it is listening to what you're speaking. It seems shocking, but yes, it works. Or when you are in call with someone, you are speaking to someone over the call and your internet is on, you have internet on in this mobile, internet on in this mobile, speak to them regularly about a particular topic like this. Again, probably you might get ads like this. Fine. It's kind of freaky, but I'll tell you where you can see this my activity and how to stop this. Just log into your Gmail, Gmail, and go to your accounts. if you go to your accounts, oh my god, I have an error here. Great. Okay. You can go to your accounts, it will be in data and personalization. Go to my activity, probably you can see all your activity starting from mobile usage and data usage. That can work. So when an attacker is going with softwares, then probably he might have to go for different strategies. He might be using a specific operating system which can be exploitation operating system. Basically, you can try with Kali. He can try with Kali. He can be using Parrot. He might be using Blackhawk. You have so many operating systems. The worst part is they are all open source and you are free to do whatever you want. A lot of these open source operating system is used for a good purpose of pen testing and network auditing, but still you can also use it for a bad purpose, and you can perform a lot of exploitation with this. What type of exploitation? What is exploitation, and what type of exploitations you have? Now, what do you mean by exploitation? Exploitation is the actual attack, right? Exploitation is the actual attack. And in case we'll start with this, you have your WhatsApp, and this is your mobile here, and you have WhatsApp which is installed. Fine. There was something wrong. You have formatted your WhatsApp. You have done something with your WhatsApp, and later in your mobile, if you go to File Manager, and you should have installed this in SD card. So go to SD card, and in SD card you will have a folder called WhatsApp, and go to WhatsApp. And WhatsApp, you can go to media. In case if it has thumbs or thumbnail, if it has a folder like this, go inside this. You might have history of images, a lot of images which you didn't save, but it is stored as a cache here in this particular file. Or you can go to database. And you can check if there is any file with an extension called message store.db.crypt. You can check these files and check if these files are available. You don't, this is an unencrypted version of your WhatsApp chat, because in your WhatsApp you might have edited few of the messages, or a single message you might have deleted, but here this is going to be an unencrypted, unedited version of your WhatsApp chat. So you should be careful about your device saving all these things. Yes, you also have an option to delete few of, not to save chat histories like this. In case if you give, you might not have anything like this, but you should be more worried about the JPEG image, what is getting stored here. And it will also have sent images, the messages or the images. It is the images which you have sent to others. It will get stored in this folder. So it is always good to get technically updated about a lot of things, a lot of apps which you are using here, and you should know what is the pros and cons of these apps. So you will get a better idea of what is happening. And you might think, in case take off a scenario like this. You have used this mobile for 2 years, and now you think it is time to change your mobile. So what is the first thing which you'll do? You'll format your mobile. Yes, you're going to format your mobile, and after format, you're going to sell your mobile to someone. And you assume, from for your satisfaction, you assume your mobile is formatted, and now it is not going to cause any harm to anyone, because all the data which you had as personal data, you might have got videos, you might have got contacts, a lot of things in your mobile, because you have used it for 2 years. And now with a simple format, you expect the mobile to delete everything, and you sell this mobile. I'll tell you this, with a free data recovery software, what is being used. You can use any free data recovery software. Right? We have so many softwares here which can be used in this mobile to retrieve all these information. Right? Starting from your pictures, then to your videos, then to any type of information, sensitive information, whatever you have got. Yes, and in case you wanted to prevent this, and you wanted to have a safer way of selling out your device to someone, then you will have to go for data wiping. Data wiping. You can see this with government authorities. In case if there is a hard disk which they have used, now they want to destroy this hard disk. They wanted to get rid of this hard disk, and yes, they are going to shred all physically and both logically. Everything is going to be shredded out. But before that, defense military, they have a standard protocol of this. Before doing anything, before getting rid of this hard disk, what is the first thing they'll have to do? They'll have to consider. They have an entire procedural operational thing, which a protocol which needs to be followed before giving out this hard disk. You will have to wipe all these data completely and thoroughly. Only then this hard disk can be moved out for um, whatever purpose it is. So you can download softwares. We have softwares, and if you search for data wiping softwares, you might get a normal software, but search for something like this. You can search 3pass, 3pass data wipe software free download. You can search for 7pass data wipe software. Right? What do you mean with 3pass and 7pass? You have your hard disk here, and we all know. Okay, let me give a bigger hard disk here. This is a hard disk what we have got here, and you all know our hard disk data is filled with zeros and ones. Yes, it is data for you, but for a hard disk it is all zeros and ones. So what a 3pass does, a 3pass data wipe can do this. 3pass, initially it will format. It is going to format as a usual procedure of deleting everything perfectly fine. Then it is going to fill in with random zeros, right? Random zeros, it will be filled. Imagine this hard disk is 1 TB. So the entire 1 TB will be filled with zeros, 0, 0, 0, each and every space. Whatever space is available in the hard disk, every space will be filled with zeros here until 1 TB is complete. Then again it goes for a format. What happens then? It will be filled with random ones, right? It will be filled with ones. It will be overwritten. All the zeros now will be overwritten with this here, and then again it goes for format, and then it can be filled with random zeros and ones, both 0 and 1. Why are we doing this? We do this because when data is being overwritten repeatedly, the chances of you recovering or you trying to recover data from this particular device is very less when you go for passes like this. Same happens with 7pass. It gets formatted 7 times and it gets filled with random junk data until the memory is full, and again it gets deleted, and again it will be rewritten. Fine. So whenever you sell your mobile, probably that should work. And when it comes to using softwares, you can go for let me go for any site which will you can go for website like this, jnvu.co.in. Okay, this particular website, and extensions, very basic. An attacker, he needs to gather information, so probably he can go for an extension like this, Vaporizer, which can give you a lot of information here. It says the website is using WordPress and Apache, and they are using MySQL database, fine, and they are using a Windows server. So this is a kind of extension which you can use. And another type of exploitation can be, or another weaker configuration of the website can be exposing their internal IP address. So when I right click this, I go to view page source, fine, right click, go to view page source. When you go to view page source, probably you might be able to see the source code of the website which is used for designing. I'll scroll down here. When you scroll down here, and In case if the website is weak, you should be able to see the IP address, internal IP address, what they have used. Say something like this. It should have a domain name, but not an internal IP address which points to a particular domain or which points to a particular location. Right? This is one weak configuration here. Next, you can also go for other type of extensions wherein if you go to Hotstar, I'll go to Hotstar. This is something with session management or authentication and authorization, which is related to cookies. Right? I'm showing you as a simple bug or a simple vulnerability or a flaw which can exist in a website. Right? And here I've already logged into my account. Says this perfect. Now let me. I have I have something called a cookie editor, which is used for copying the cookies of this particular website. I've logged in here. Here is the cookie details of my login page. What I'm going to do, I'm going to export this. I've copied this. Then later, let me sign out. Sign out. Then I'll delete all the cookies. Now, when I delete all the cookies, and for the next time when I log in, the older cookies for a secure website, for older cookies, you cannot be using this to log in again. Right? The older cookies should expire. In case if it doesn't expire, and if I'm able to give this, if I paste this here, click this. I've used an older cookie and click on refresh. Again, if it logs in, using my older cookies, then again that can be a vulnerability. Fine. Again, websites like this, we'll go for hackyourselffirst.com, which is a test website here. And okay, let me log in. I think I have an account here. No. Yes. Login. Oh my God. Oh, I forgot my password. Great. Okay, we'll go for some other website. You can also have, you can go to another test website like this, testphpvulnerableweb.com. This is a testing website where another bug related to authentication can be like this. It says username is test and password is test. So what I do, I give test and I give the password as test. I log in. After I log in, it says logout test. Yes, means I've logged into this profile. So here, when you log out, it says you have been logged out. See you back soon. Right now, what happens or what should actually happen when I click on the back menu here? When I click on this particular button, back, click to go back. It should ask for username and password. But instead, when I click this, if it logs in again, then there is some bug or there is some issue which is related to authentication, right? Anything which is related to authentication. So you have so many attack methodologies like this. You have in operating system, you can go for exploitation tools, which can be like you can use MSF, you can use Empire. You have a lot of exploitation tools based on specific domains. You can use SET, you can use GoFish. You have so many things for phishing, for attacking servers, for attacking individual computers, for generating a payload. For generating a payload like this, you can generate a .exe file which says WhatsApp hack.exe. Right? You can generate a file like this, which is actually a malicious file, which is a Trojan, which can be a rat, it can be anything. And if you upload this file, say I have my website and I say WhatsApp hacking software working 100% download free of cost, I'll have 1 million downloads in 1 week for sure. And whoever tries to install this software in their computers, I'll have control of their computer. This is how Trojans and rats work. So you have payload creators which can be done, which can be created with this exploitation tool. So there are n number of things which you can do. We should be careful when you're trying to click on a URL, or when you try to open a JPEG image, when you try to open an image, or when you try to open a video here, anything, right? Or click on something from a suspicious email. When you do these actions can in turn simulate, or in turn it can start simultaneous other actions which can trigger a lot of attacks on your device from which you have clicked, right? And having said this, now speaking about the job opportunities of this field, many have asked about certifications, global certifications. So global certifications can go like this. In case if you are interested in cyber security or ethical hacking, or you say pen testing, whatever you want, you should be having basic certifications, or basic certifications like this can help you. You can have CCNA, which is Cisco Certified Network Associate, which is going to help you networking, or you can have MCSA, which is a Microsoft certification. You can have Linux, and then go for CEH. And once if you have completed CEH, you can go for pen testing. And if you have completed that, you can go for security analyst certification. And in case if you have completed that, you can go for forensics, right? This is a most narrowed down domain, which I've most zoomed out domain, what I have shown you certifications level. And yes, in case you wanted to excel in networking field, all you got is experience in networking field, or you're a fresher looking out for a job in networking field, and you wanted to go for a security domain in networking field, then probably that is going to be a different process here, right? Then from here, from CCNA, you will have to go for different certifications. When you learn for certifications, please be aware of offensive certifications and defensive certifications. Certifications like this, what I have told you here, they are going to be defensive. What do you mean by defensive? They will target different methodologies which you have to do for protecting your infrastructure. Whereas certifications like this, they can be offensive. What is offensive? They'll teach you how to attack other infrastructure. So a combination of both, yes, you can end up in a job in cybersecurity domain, and yes, you probably need to have a domain knowledge. And without this domain knowledge, it is really very tough. And say, for example, anyone who wants to learn about hacking a Wi-Fi, right? If your interest is hacking a Wi-Fi, pretty good, but you should know how a Wi-Fi works, how to configure this Wi-Fi. You should be knowing what is an IP address, what do you mean by network protocols here, what is DHCP, what is DNS. You should be knowing a lot of concepts like this. Yes, a lot of concepts like this, and after that, probably you should go for Wi-Fi hacking. Yes, so I suppose I was able to give you some information which was useful. I think Google and YouTube server is down. I'm not sure what's the issue, but it's down, and that's the reason we have got a few errors like this. Fine, perfect. And yes, in case if you have any doubts, you can ask me now. And I thank you for your time and patience.
Yes, sir. As I've told, the YouTube server and the Google Gmail server is down. So
Yes.
we are having only less number of participants who were continuously watching are able to join us, and others could not join us now. Okay, fine. It was a great session, sir, and we have a few questions. Though there is a server crash, we have got a few questions. And the first one: how did a journey in ethical hacking and cybersecurity started?
How did my journey? My journey started with it's like how everyone was like everyone will be curious to know about others private information. That curiosity. You wanted to know what he is doing. You wanted to know what she is doing, and that curiosity, yes, it has taken different paths. And I didn't have this curiosity with any other field. I'm BE Electronics and Communication. I didn't wonder why a PCB board is working like this. I didn't have that that interest in me. But computers, yes, that was always my passion. Computers and security was my theme for a very long time.
So, sir, having asked this question, I would like to ask you: how many times, how many friends' accounts or website have you been attacked or exploited without telling them?
No, it is not. It is not attacking. When you do something to your friends, or when you do something to a person who you really know, probably attacks will be very less, and a lot of social engineering will be done. So you
Yeah.
should have known already the answer of getting a lot of things about their profile, and I mean, like the internal details of what they have, what they should have kept. You should be able to prepare a word list of the list of passwords, possible passwords which they can give. So when you do something to a known circle, a circle which is around you, then yes, usage of tools is very less. And yes, we have played around a little bit. That not now, but during the early stages. Yes.
Yes, and the next question: how to find if a URL is exploited or not? As you're speaking
Yes.
about, yeah,
You can go to this site, which is virustotal.com. If you receive any URL, you want to find out if that URL is good or bad, just paste this URL here and click enter. It is going to tell you, it is going to compare this particular URL with more than 50 antivirus search engines, and it is going to give you whether it is a genuine URL or if it is a malicious URL. That's going to work.
yeah. And we have another question. We have seen a lot on how we could be exploited. Having learned it now, how to stay safe from attacks.
Okay, the problem is you don't have a single attack. If you ask me how to stay safe from email-based attacks, or how to stay safe from mobile-based attacks, yes, we have a common answer. But as I told you in general, you'll have to do a security audit for yourself, right? For every 3 months or 6 months, change your usernames and passwords. I mean, like change your passwords, change your recovery email ID. Change your. You will have to check if something has been compromised, and you will have to imagine like this. Okay, today is a security audit for my Gmail or for my Facebook. Now, if my Facebook is hacked and I don't have any options, right, to recover it back, my recovery email is gone. They have changed my mobile number, everything, and I'm going to report this to Facebook. What are the things which I'll need to prove the authenticity that this account is mine, or to prove that I'm the genuine victim of an attack which has happened like this? You should be having something. Yes, say in Gmail you have log files, you have backup codes which you can take, and you have the recently. You should be knowing the recently used passwords, what you have changed. You can generate that. Backup codes can help you a lot, things like that. So you will have to do this repeatedly, this kind of audit. When it comes to mobile, please don't use a single email ID for your mobile. Change it at least every 6 months. You can have a Gmail which is common, which you are using from a very long time. Yes, you can log in, you can configure the Gmail in your mobile, that is okay. But the time when you turn on your mobile, it might ask you to give a base email. Yes, please change that email. So that can also help you a lot.
Okay. And we have another question. If we are attacked, let's say attacked by ransomware, one of the well-known attacks, how to get out of it?
How to get rid of it? Yes, we have few things which cybersecurity expert can do, but as a normal user, you can try to recover the data with possible recovery methodologies. You can do that, but please don't pay the ransomware whatever they have demanded. It is not going to help you, right?
Yeah.
For sure, 100% it is not going to help you. Please don't pay them money. And in case you are being contacted by them, um, don't show that you are being vulnerable. A lot of cyber attacks like sextortion and cyber bullying, they target victims who are vulnerable. If you are very strong, they might move you out of scope, and they will take someone who is vulnerable there.
Okay. And we have another question. What are the risks associated with using public Wi-Fi?
Yes, network sniffing. Anyone can see what URLs you're accessing, which websites you are visiting, and what. And in some, they can go one step ahead and see what's your username and password. Session hijacking as another attack which can be done. So when you're using a public Wi-Fi, it is good to avoid public Wi-Fi. In case if you want to use a public Wi-Fi, yes, you can use, but please avoid financial transactions or any important conversations in a public Wi-Fi. Please always have in mind that a public Wi-Fi conversation can be monitored by someone very easily.
Fine. So I have one last question from my side, sir.
Yes.
As being a leading ethical hacker and a security analyst, how responsible do you feel to the society?
Um, yes, I feel I feel responsible in spreading this awareness to everyone. So the more number of sessions I give, the more number of people I meet, the more number of students I interact with, and not only students, people of all age groups I meet with, I spread a common message stating that this is going to happen. Please don't believe internet. Internet is such an unsafe place. You might be tricked. You might end up in with a very bad experience. So whenever you use internet, please have uh, be aware that it is not a safe place. And if you have something, if you have a sensitive information of yours and you wanted to keep it safe, please store it in your memories, not in internet. So I keep spreading this message everywhere. So I think it does. I don't mind if it has made a great impact or not, but spreading this awareness to everyone and people, taking that into action, that makes me happy and that makes me more responsible.
Okay, well said, sir. And one more question.
Mhm.
If you see apps like Instagram, WhatsApp, and all these, Snapchat, all those, they tell, come on, put status, Instagram Reels, WhatsApp status, and all. But there are even many movies in the industry telling that there can be a lot of data leakage from these apps, particularly. What do you
Mhm.
feel about
Yes, they are asking you to put status, put story. That is fine because you they wanted you guys to use their app. That will be the primary motto of any software company. They want the consumers to use their product. That is okay, but they you don't have a clear definition of what you have to post. That totally depends on you. If you post a picture in Instagram and if you justify it saying that my profile is private, so only I can see this or my followers can see this, so I have posted this kind of picture in this, and yes, then you should be you can't blame anyone for your pictures being exploited.
it? Okay, so that's the end of the question and answer session. So moving on, Dr. Shanti. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, very warm and pleasant good evening to all. At the outset, it gives me immense pleasure to propose the vote of thanks for this wonderful webinar section, an international webinar on ethical hacking and cybersecurity. First and foremost things, I would like to thank today's young and dynamic resource person, Mr. Sankarraj Subramanian, founder and CEO, Prompt Infotech Coimbatore, who honored this program, despite his busy schedule, has found time to grace us with this wonderful lecture. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. I also express my sincere gratitude to Somita Sendilraj, Senior Software Security Analyst, Head of Operations, Prompt Infotech Coimbatore, who supported to make this webinar grand success. Please convey my thanks to her.
Sure.
Yeah, I am also very grateful to ThickNess Learning Community, young and dynamic founder, Mr. Kritik Raja, and members of TLC for their encouragement, backing, arrangement, valuable contribution, and wonderful support to make this webinar grand success. We have received more than 147 registrations from various states of India and different parts of the world. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all ThickNess Learning community beloved participants from different positions for showing their interest in this webinar for making this event as a resounding success. ThickNess Learning community upcoming webinars are Mathematical Black Holes, Turn Your Idea into Patents, opportunities in data sciences and Python programming, etc. Once again, I thank one and all present here. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you.